One of my favorite prospects that the Pirates have right now is Mason Martin. Uh, this guy just mashes the ball and he plays first base, which is somewhere, well, not so much during this season, but is something we've been lacking for years. Um, Justin Morneau, I think it was the last, and Garrett Jones was the last pretty good first basemen we had. Um, so yeah, Mason Martin on the prospect rankings list, he's not really all that high up there. He's ranked number 24th on MLB Pipeline, um, and his call up time is sometime this year. But he's still in. Well, I guess he is in Double A or Triple A now. But if you just look at his stats, let's bring it up in Fangraphs here. It'd be easier. Um, where is he at? Oh, ever since he's been mashing the ball his whole pro career, 11 home runs in his rookie and first year and second year. He had 10 in 2018. He also had four more in single A. It's just he's been mashing the ball all the way through. Um, so yeah, why he's not up here already? Um, it's kind of shocking to me. Uh, Hopefully Yoshi does better and they can find a trade partner to make room for Mason. He's not the best fielder, but according to some of the scouting reports, he is really picked that up quite a bit. But yeah, he's got let's see, he's only got about a 670 OPS right now, 660. Um, but he's just killing the ball. You know, um, they need to get him in here. He's also a left-handed bat, which will play very nicely in PNC Park. So his power ranking's really high, and he's not all that fast. The way I'm thinking of him is a better fielding Pedro Alvarez at first base. So that would be pretty good. And he's got the height for it. So yeah, this might be the best 17th round pick the Pirates have made. Apparently they don't feel too optimistic about him, as they didn't even put him on the 40-man list. So it kind of worries me, but he is the only first baseman in our top 30 on Pipeline. Um, it really looks like he's got the bat for it. He's in AAA now. He's had 45 games at AAA, and he's had 6 home runs. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that would be about 20 home runs if he played a full MLB season at the same rate. His K rate's still really high. Unfortunately, you got to be more selective, which is another reason why he's a better fielding Pedro Alvarez. I do see him getting at least getting a few games in this year, to see how he manages the MLB level. But to me, I think that really depends on his K rate. If he can get that down under 30, he'll definitely be here this year. If it stays above 30, it's they should still call him up. I mean, what do they got to lose right now? You know, the only thing I can think of is they want to keep him another year down there so they can keep him. You know, because he's going to be 23 next year. He's not all that old, or yeah, 23. At the start of next season, so he's not all that old, and they can keep him till age 30. Well, 29 if he comes out of spring next year. So yeah, I really like him. I think he'll fit good in the MLB level once he gets a little bit more patient. Look at his walk rate. It's not good. It is very not good. It's like he's giving all out for power. which is what will get him to the MLB. But his WRC, look at that. Look at that. Only one season under 100. And no, that's not even a season. That's a partial season at single A. So, yeah. He just mashes it. What can you say? Get him up. The Pirates do have a lot of other prospects here that are in their lower that looks pretty promising as well. Mason is just the one I really like right now. Let's just look at some of the ones that'll be coming up. Sawinski. He looks pretty good. He's hitting really well. And I guess it's still short, small sample for this season. But the last season, he also had a pretty good OPS. Let's see. Well, last season, once he got the double A, it sort of tailed off. So if he continues that, he'll probably see some time this summer too. See Kyle Mitchell. He's not doing too bad so far this season. He's got a good OPS, almost 1,000, you know. And he's also getting a fair amount of power out of him. So, yeah. Yep, his arm and fielding, though, I guess is in question. If I recall correctly, a couple years ago, they were saying his defense was going to be more than good enough. Let's see, who do we also got? Marciano. I think I said that right. He might not be coming back. They gave him a try. I think it was him. They gave him a try last year, was it? Nope, I'm thinking of the wrong person. He was just drafted, right? Who am I thinking of? Maybe it was him. I'm not sure. Rafaldo Castro. Can't remember him that well. He's not doing too bad this spring. He hasn't done too bad overall. He didn't do well in the MLB when he was here. But it's still early. You know, not many of the Pirates and their prospects are performing all that well right now. So it's not just a thing with these minor league players. It could be just a new coaching or what have you. See, there was one that I was pretty excited about where Matt Frazier. He looks like he could be something worthwhile. He's got some power, average hit, got an arm. I mean, he could pretty quick, and he could probably fit well in the outfield. Travis Swaggerty, he just fell off the map. He was a pretty highly rated prospect a couple of years ago, but for whatever reason, he just dropped. He's got to make more contact, is what it boils down to. He gets more contact on the ball, and it drops in. He'll get on base, you know, turn a single into a double. And he's a good fielder, so that's always nice to have. Could be a good center fielder. Move Reynolds back over to the left. Let's see. Frazier, yeah, I think I just talked about him. Who else do we have coming up this year? Probably Ronzi, he's there. I want to get him back starting again. He's got a good 4-pitch setup there. Really like to see him starting. This year's a little crazy because the NL's got DH now, so they can put pitchers in for 3 innings at a time. Just carry an extra pitcher, and yeah. O'Neal Cruz is a beast. If this would have been a normal off season, I have a feeling he would have been here. No, they would have held him back until June. But he's also not performing very well in AAA this year, in the small sample. He does have 6 stolen bases, though, in 14 games. So, his wheels are there, that's for sure. But yeah, um, his ratings don't reflect his quality. He's a good 5-tool player. You know, hit, power, run, fielding, 5-tool, 4-tool, whatever. Um, so he's got a complete package there. I don't know if he's going to stay at short because I mean, look at him, he's 6'7", but he and just what I saw of him in the minor league videos and stuff, he looks like he could stick. He does. Nick Gonzalez, he's not performing well, but he is going to be really good. I found it interesting they took a couple points off Henry Davis's um, prospect ranking here because his bat is just great. He's got a great bat. So they must have saw something in his fielding that pulled him back. Coming out of college, there wasn't a lot of expectations for his defense, but it improved going through his college years. So hopefully it continues improving. And regardless, he's going to be sticking behind the plate unless they find another Russell Martin type to jump in there. They don't have much else coming up through the system. That is still rather promising. They did draft a bunch of catchers though, so another one they have. Where is he at? Edney Rodriguez. He's got some promise, but he's not going to be here for a couple more years. Well, about the same time Henry is, but also Edney is. Oh, I thought Edney was a poor defender, but apparently he's not. So let's see. Yeah, well, apparently he's a pretty good defensive catcher. So maybe he'll drop right in there, and they'll move Henry to DH, first base, outfield somewhere. Probably in the outfield with his arm, if assuming these rankings are correct. So that would be yeah, that would be a good place for him, but we really want to keep him behind the plate. We really do. So yeah, that's just some of the prospects that I'm excited for. Mostly Mason Martin. I mean, all these other ones like Nick Gonzalez, Henry Davis, O'Neill Cruz, Priester, all these ones we have a good idea what they're going to do. Well, hopefully. But Mason Martin is one of those ones that's under the radar. He mashes the ball, can play not the worst defense at first base. He's probably not going to cost you any games at playing defense. So, yeah, he's under the radar. I think he should be here this year. I actually thought he should be here last year, but given the state of the Pirates team right now, I could see 23 him coming out of spring when we'll have a pretty full prospect lineup. We'll have we just need to get a catcher, but we'll have Mason Martin at first, Gonzalez at second, Cruz or where's Bay? Where's he at? Jawan Bay at short, Cruz or him at short. One of them's going to be in the outfield. So, and then third base, we got Hayes. And then we got Brian Reynolds out there in center field or somewhere near that. He'll be in the outfield, left or center. And then we got Frazier, who's pretty solid. And then let's see, who else do we have coming up? That pretty much fills out the position players. They just need to get a catcher here. Maybe get Perez on another 1-year deal. Yeah. So in theory, if they get a catcher and their pitching works out, then they might have a pretty fair shot at a wild card spot, or at least 500. I mean, they're playing near 500 ball right now. Well, actually, exactly 500 if I recall correctly. and that's without any offense, really. Yeah, sure, they got clubbed the other day, 21-0. That was ridiculous. Um, oh, excuse me. Uh, but yeah, they got a pretty solid team. Um, for a rebuilding team. Their prospects and their young players in the MLB right now should give them a real shot um, at a wild card spot in 23 and 24. Hopefully, um, assuming nothing crazy happens, real shot at maybe the division. Maybe. I don't know what the other team's outlook looks like going in to 24, but the Pirates are looking pretty good. Look like they got something going on, and they got a bunch more quality prospects coming in, and you know, later, a couple of years from now, um, that should be able to fill the spots of outgoing players. Um, yeah, so it looks good. Hopefully the Pirates continue to not to be bad. Um, Other than that 21 run drubbing, they've been holding up pretty well. So yeah, that's that. What do you think about these prospects? I'm pretty excited. Uh, if you happen to be watching this, tell me what you think. I'm pretty excited for the second half of the season, watching some of these guys come up. So yeah, that's that. Have a good night.